was gonna ask, what was your favorite part about teaching?
What do you mean? It's the connection that I get. Even when I know you're tired, you put your head down and your eyes are closed. It doesn't offend me because it's probably pretty damn hard to be sitting there sometimes, right? And especially at the end of the day, But when we get the connection going, I mean, it's amazing. Because I kind of feel like we're on the same level when you're getting it and it's going back and forth. It's great. It's great business. Teaching is my third career, and it's the best career I've ever had. I don't think I've done that a better career. We always make it about me. I always turn off the conversation, so this time I won't.
Yeah.
It's an ape.
Thing on it?
Oh! Yes. It's a little too small, though. Who did this?
We all did. We all did.
Live in Florida.
I know.
Live in Florida.
Just like one last
Why don't
question.
you guys give it one last lesson?
No, I don't
They're all bad.
Of course.
Like a ghost you hunted, you find one in one night.
Oh, that's great.
Sunsets fall, don't turn you on. Like an untied dog, you just had to run.
Then depression's gonna come.
You're already right now. It's waiting.
Seabird, seabird, fly home. Seabird, seabird.
You take good care of yourself.
I just don't wanna be the seabird, 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 fly home.
I think that Mr. Shanoskie is a delightful example of what it means to be a teacher. I think that, at least in my present experiences, a lot of teachers don't have that same gusto, that same energizing air to them that brings so many kids to enjoy learning. To be a public school educator, to be a teacher, you can be a mentor. That compassion and that understanding for students and children is really important. When we recreated the lamentation, I think it was a good example of how Mr. Shanoskie enjoys to have fun with his classroom. It's not just like the learning, but it's also the enjoyment of, well, actually it's still learning because you're learning in different ways. You're not just learning by paying attention to a presentation, you're learning by, having fun, by experiencing something, by being more interactive, and that's important.
I think one of the most impactful things that he's done for me was probably, you don't, like as a teacher, you don't really need to insert your entire personal life for a student to actually appreciate your teaching methods, or, having even just this, as simple as having faith in a student really moves them forward. Like one of the last things he's ever really said to me was probably the most impactful, and it was after I read him a letter and he had told me that I should be a writer, and it was really a dream of mine since I was small to be a writer because I loved writing. It was one of the things I was originally really good at, and I never really got praise for it because I never wrote things for other people. And so when he said it, coming from somebody with a master's in English, it really shone a light onto something like a dream of mine. So it allowed me to believe that I really do have a shot.
Before this year, I was kind of lost with COVID as which direction I was going to go with my life. I'd always been interested in art and history, and never I kind of thought of putting them together. And then his class really made me fall in love with the combination of them. So I'm really considering pursuing a career, whether it's like art restoration or something, having to do with the mix of the two. Day after class, sometimes just with random questions, and just the fact that, I mean, the day would be over, but this man would stay with and talk to me and put up with me for 10 to 15 minutes with just random history questions. Just a genuinely good person and a really good teacher who cared about actually informing his students and making sure they were interested in the topic.